So one thing that I think that Bethesda did pretty well with Skyrim versus Morrowind and Oblivion, that's not a lot of things. There's not a lot of things you could list that Skyrim does better than either one of those games, I don't think. But one thing I think that they did do better is topography in this game. I think is much better. Like the planning of not ecology, but the planning of elevation and contour and how rivers work. I mean, obviously, for Morrowind and Oblivion, all the rivers in the vanilla game are at sea level, which is a little weird. They aren't actually. I mean, if a river is at sea level, it's not really a river. It's just like a channel or a gulf or something. But you'll remember in in Oblivion, and Morrowind, there's no running water. Like when you cross over a river, if you follow that river down to the sea, you never decrease in elevation the whole way. The river water level is always the same level as the sea. So that's technically not really a river. You wouldn't have any flow in that river. It would just be the salt water of the sea would basically work its way up the stream. Uh-oh, what's this? Well, we can have a little bit of action on this trip. We can cleanse the road of a bandit.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Lady, you don't know what you're dealing with. Get lost.
Nice try, but you don't scare me. I'm not going to ask again.
I don't have time for this.
Don't you walk away from me.
Erender, help!
Until next
time. Ugh, god damn it. I don't even know when I quick saved. I tried to do it as she talked to me, but I didn't have time. Well, we want to clear a bandit from the road, so now when we get back up there, who knows if there actually will be a bandit there. We tried. We did try. Right. Yeah, so Bethesda actually... Oh, yeah, okay. We're not... Well, yeah, we're kind of far. Bethesda did a pretty good job with landscaping in Skyrim. Rivers actually run downhill, which I think... I think it was a function in the older games of not being able to do, like, running water right. Like, none of the water in Oblivion or Morrowind actually runs. It doesn't ever move. It just kind of sits there. And I think that's just because they didn't have the... Maybe they did, but I don't know. Oh. Who the hell are you? Alright, hang on. Horsey, park. Quick save. Quick save. Come on. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Spending too much time quick saving. Who is this idiot? Brett! Another murderous Brett. What was your deal, man? Orcish armor. Whoa! Doctor. Take those. Nah. Pass on those. You are one weird dude. You just stand on the roadside waiting to attack people for no reason? Oh, while we're here, let's do this. Excuse me. Empty. Yeah, here we go. We got 12 bottles of water. That's crazy. Okay, I'll quick save again. That guy did not survive his engagement there. I wonder what he was hoping to do. Where'd you go, Glim? Ben's still here. Where did you go? Oh. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think the vanilla games in Morrowind and Oblivion just couldn't do running water right. I think maybe Variax talked about that in his Oblivion LP. So maybe it's not so much that Oblivion and Morrowind are to blame for not having better topography, better elevation, and running water, because they just couldn't do running water. But Skyrim really does it right, and I like it because I'm kind of a geek for maps, which I think I've mentioned before, and I like that Skyrim has a more realistic map. Like if you look, well, they did everything. I think they did town placement better in this game. They did... Because, like, think about, like... Well, maybe not so much Morrowind, but think about Oblivion. The town placement in Oblivion is horrible. Like, think about Cyrodiil's map. You've got Cheydinhal up in the mountains there near no running water. You've got Leowyn and Breville, which makes some sense, being there in the valley next to the river. That makes some sense. But then you've got Bruma up in the mountains, no running water nearby. You've got Coral, Skingrad, Kvatch, no running water near there, all decently high elevation towns. Anvil makes some sense on the coast, I guess, but there's no fresh water there. Is there? I don't remember there being a freshwater stream near Anvil. I guess there is that stream that goes between Valenwood and Cyrodiil, which is kind of close to Anvil, but not that close. So, yeah, the town placement in Cyrodiil is just crazy, because in the real world, you always have, if you have a major settlement of people, you always have some source of fresh water nearby, whether it's a spring or a cistern or a river or something. There's always a source of fresh water nearby, because otherwise, what do people do for their water? It's got to be close by. So I feel like in this game, they did a much better job of that. Like, the towns are actually near running water sources. Markarth's got a stream right through it. Solitude's right on a river. Morthal is on a marsh, which is a little weird, but I guess you could argue they get fresh water from, the stream coming down from behind the mountains there. Whiterun, of course, right on, has a spring apparently coming out of Dragon's Reach, going down to the right river, White River. Riverwood's right on the river. Falkreath is not, which is a little weird. It's the only one I can think of that they actually didn't have, maybe except for Morthal, they didn't have a clear source of fresh water. Riften, obviously on the lake. Shorestone doesn't have a source of fresh water, but then again, it's more like a mining outpost than a town. Kind of the same with Kynesgrove. It's like a mining outpost more than a town. Windhelm right on the river. Oh, you know what? I take that back. So Falkreath doesn't have a source of fresh water, but then again, neither does Dawnstar or Winterhold. They're right on the coast, but the coast is obviously not fresh water. But yeah, I feel like generally they did a better job with town placement in Skyrim, with topography. The streams actually run up hills and things like... Don't run up hills, they run down hills, but you can follow a stream up and climb in elevation as you follow it up. Lake Ilanada is higher in elevation than Whiterun, and Whiterun is higher in elevation than, say, Darkwater Crossing, and so yeah, it's pretty well done, I think. I don't know, I don't want to bore you guys, but I kind of like to nerd out a little bit about maps and topography. It's something that I dig talking about. So anyway, maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you think that they actually did topography pretty well in the other two latter-day Elder Scroll games. I don't know, but I think Skyrim got it the best. And I think, again, it's probably just more so a function of the fact that they could actually do running water versus stationary water. Let's save it again, because if there is a thief up here, we're near it. But the fact that that crazy Breton guy spawned means that we're probably not going to have a thief spawning up here, I'm guessing. Doesn't look like it. Instead, we have Imperial soldiers spawning. And an Imperial wizard? Oh, bringing a Stormcloak prisoner. I hope you guys aren't going up this way, because you're going to run into Fort Costa up there. You must be going that way, I'm guessing. On your way to Solitude, probably. You got a long way to go. But yeah, the town placement in Oblivion, I thought was just horrendous. I mean, I guess they maybe didn't have a lot of options, because most of the towns were kind of placed with... oh god, I thought it was freezing. Were placed with, I think Arena. Back in Arena, most of those towns were placed. Obviously before they gave a crap about elevation and things like that in games. Before that was even a concern, because they didn't have the capability to accurately reflect it. But still, man, just horrible placement. No running water. They're not even in like strategic locations. Like, think about where Coral is. Like, what the hell is around Coral? Nothing. What the hell is around? I mean, Skingrad's got farms around it, I guess, but what the hell is Kvatch? Kvatch shouldn't be a town. It should be a castle. Like, it's a good promontory. What is this? What is this? What the hell are you? You guys are thieves too, aren't you? Okay, hang on. Kvatch would be like a keep. It wouldn't be a... it wouldn't be a full settlement, I don't think. Okay, what is your deal?
All right. Hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Persuade?
No, I guess not. Well, get out of here before I change my mind.
Whoa, that worked? What about you? What do you have to say to me? Oh, you're Maik.
Maik is
what are you hanging out with that thief for?
Calibers, yet he finds none. Where could they have gone?
I totally did not expect that persuasion to work. I seriously thought we'd be fighting that dude. Well, I'll take it. And I probably shouldn't have let him go, but he ran away really fast, and I wanted to see who that other guy was. Turned out to be Maik, of course, but... Consider me surprised. Oh, there he is up there, the thief. I wonder if he'll run into that Stormcloak guard. Or the guard at the mine. I don't know if he's a Stormcloak guard necessarily. Let's see if we can catch up and see what happens. Thief, where are you going? Where is he going? Is he going to that one hideout down there that we found the other thieves at the one time? No, where is he going? Just has a weird way of staying on the road. Quick save again. I just want to see if he's going to end up having to fight this guard. Guard, there's a thief up here. Let's just see. We'll wait it out. I'm not going to freeze to death, am I? No. Okay. So we can wait just a second and see what happens. Come on, guard, come on. Notice the thief. See the thief? There's a thief. You see the thief? What the hell, dude? The thief's like, if I stand really still, he won't see me. Is he a T-Rex? What the hell? Let me just see what happens here. Thief.
Yes.
Guard is not bothered. Okay. Well, if he's not bothered, I'm not bothered. Whoa. Masser is huge up there. Look at that. Yeah, you can't see it because it's in shadow, but right, like if a Nig's head is my pointer, like right along there on the moon is this giant crevice, like that giant canyon, and it's actually in the original image. Of course, it's the valley, the canyon on Mars. I don't know what it is on Masser. Obviously, they never tell you anything about the topography of the moons, but pretty nice. It's nice that the sky is clear. What are you?
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
Sure. Sorry.
That's right.
Just out picking a fight in the snow? Okay. What time we got? 8 o'clock. Okay, so we'll be back in time to go to bed, or eat some dinner and go to bed. That was a busy day, but we accomplished everything we wanted to. So tomorrow we'll start planning our party. What day of the week is it? Sunday. Probably Monday. Maybe we should plan on having the party like Tuesday? Give out invitations tomorrow. Do all the planning and everything, and then, yeah, here comes the snowstorm. And then we'll have the party on Tuesday.
The College of Winterhold is an amazing site. I've never set foot on the grounds, but always wanted to.
Okay, let's get the horse in. I'll get Ben in there for Arender, because he's just not very good at getting the horse in the little makeshift corral we've made here. Ben, you're a good horse today. Ben, you're a good horse today. Glim, you too were a good horse today. Hope you guys stay warm. Save again in case it crashes.
Good to see you, Archmage.
Master Wizard. Home. What a strange feeling. It's becoming home. I'm freezing, I know. But I'm back now. Hey guys, I'm back. Beginning to warm up. Yeah, let's get... I wonder if this counts as a fire. It's a magical fire. Doesn't look like it.
Mara, protect us
This
both.
does somehow count as a fire. Beginning to warm up. Good. Okay, well, we'll sit down here in a minute and have some dinner. Maybe we'll read that book that we got from the Archmage's quarters before we go to bed. And we'll wake early tomorrow and begin planning our party. Okay, let's eat. And once the party's over, then, like I said, we'll start our investigation. Interesting that will be. Cooked beef and an apple. Nice. Okay. Alright, gang. Some quick reading. We are going to read Proceedings of the Council of Mages. Again, I'm not sure which mod adds this. If it is a mod, I'm pretty sure it's a mod. I don't remember this being in the vanilla game. Pretty sure that it would be the Immersive College of Winterhold mod. Not positive, but that's my guess. So let me just clear my throat, get a little drink here. 1 second. Okay. The following is an excerpt. Oh, again, this is the end of a video. So if you don't want to sit through all this, just it's a short book, but if you don't want to sit through it, just skip ahead to the next video and you should be fine. The following is an excerpt from the minutes of the High Council of Somerset, Cloudrest, 3rd Era, 341. Preface. Due to increasing danger from oblivion, the High Mages of Somerset have convened to discuss the possibility of stemming Daedric hordes if or when the barrier falls, among other topics. Inganar of Rosefield. Why can we not permanently defeat a Daedroth? To face an enemy that can simply return from the void endlessly is impossible, as our numbers are finite. Are there any thoughts on how it may be possible to stem the tide by permanently killing Daedra, or by slowing down the time it takes for them to return? Umbakalm of Alinor. You cannot fight ideas with arrows. However, you may fight ideas with ideas. Inganar of Rosefield. Are you suggesting using judicious summoning to allow the Daedra to fight one another? Even that will not last forever. Umbakalm of Alinor. Aedra and Daedra are mythic archetypes. Their lives are mythic cycles, unlike humans who suffer mortality, the consequence of variable fate. Lorkhan was defeated because that's what Lorkhan does, and what Lorkhan does, Lorkhan is. This would hold true for any other at Ada. Siltal of White Guard. Can Oblivion be destroyed, or at the very least pushed further from Nirn to ensure our safety? Lorndil of Shimmerine. You cannot destroy what is not there. Oblivion is nothing. It's all a vast emptiness. Umbacalm of Alinor. Lorendil is correct. Oblivion is a void, and the void is nothing. Destroying Oblivion would be no different than an attempt to destroy a Daedric prince. Aside from assuring yourself of failure in your own annihilation, you cannot fight ideas with arrows. Telendil of Cloudrest. Walk like them until they walk like you. Those here that served amongst the sunbirds have experience with what I speak of. Aramion. Daedra really don't like banishment. Imagine being stuck in a place where you're completely deprived of all sensory input. You don't even see black. That's what happens to a Daedroth's soul when it suffers banishment. Depending on whether or not their patron prince has some means to pull them back quickly or not, they could spend a very long time in such a state. It's like a living death to them. In any case, once you inflict banishment on them, they're defeated. They won't be bothering whomever defeated them for a while. In any case, he says again, Lesser Daedra can be soul-trapped, and they won't be returning any time soon as long as the gem remains in one piece. I'm not sure there are any soul gems big enough to contain a Daedric prince, though. This is our answer. If we are able to trap enough souls, the Daedra should be unable to reinforce any armies within a reasonable amount of time. Cardriar of Skywatch. All Daedrith are defeatable to a certain degree. It is unclear what occurred when the Animus returned to the Void, and whether they lost their memories and perhaps even their very identity. The Animus, being the soul, is indestructible, unlike immortals, and we know it is tortured somewhat and feels pain when it journeys, and is actually in the Void. But is it actually defeated? Sinyail of Firsthold. Daedra cannot be destroyed by conventional means, but their essence can be destroyed by transformation, how Trinimac got shamed by his defeat, and verbal thrashing by Boethia, then suddenly wasn't Auriel's champion, and became an outcast. Volinair of Sunhold. The closest possible thing to actually killing a Daedra that you'll find is to destroy all of Mundus, and revert the Iurbis back to the state of Sithis that it was before the creation of Mundus. That was one nerdy sentence. In this state, all the beings will be constantly destroyed and recreated anew, about as close to death as it gets. However, since it entails destroying the world, it's not much of an achievable goal, and it's just as easy to say that they can't be killed, for all intents and purposes, outside of destroying the universe. They can't be done away with. Telendil of Cloudrest. I believe that Aramion has the answer that can help us for a time. Trapping the souls of the Daedra will decelerate their capability to raise armies, although a champion will still be needed to deal with the princes if or when they arrive. Ingenair of Rosefield. Perhaps Somerset can, but I worry about the rest of Tamriel. The Mages Guild has nearly abandoned mysticism, and the fewer skilled mystics that exist, the smaller the capacity to capture Daedric souls in any magnitude. That was a neat book. I like that book. Alright, anyway, as I said, that was Proceedings of the Council Mages. No idea who it's written by, but it's an excerpt from the Minutes of the High Council Somerset Cloudrest, 3E341. And we found it in the Archmage's quarters. So, enjoyable little book. That was cool. We'll have to put it back in Tolfdir's room when we get a chance to. We still got to read The Bear of Markarth, and there's something else that we need to read, I think. Lost Legends. Oh, yeah, Lost Legends. I already read that one. Read that one. Okay. Alright, yeah, so we're going to bed. We'll wake up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Monday morning. The party is Tuesday, so tomorrow will be our planning. We'll send out invitations, or actually we'll probably have to personally invite everyone to the party. And then we'll get it all set up on Tuesday and actually have the party. And then begins our investigation into the conspiracy against Farron. Thank you, everyone, and good night.